What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. It's been a whole week, so I am back, of course. I was really wanting to stream yesterday, but I was just too tired, which sometimes will happen. I'm doing a late stream tonight because I don't have to be at work tomorrow. I'm actually getting something even more fun done. I'm getting my hip injected. One of the last few steps you need to have done before you can actually get the nerves burned out inside the SI joint in there. So that's 8 o'clock in the morning at least. That's doable. If it was like any earlier in the morning, I would not be streaming, but it's been a busy day. We're going to have some fun. I'm going to do some streaming there. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to stream. I always have so many ideas and only one day to do it, so I have to kind of pick and choose, and just my microphone's not quite where I want it. There we go. So I said, let's go with some retro today. We'll play some games I normally probably wouldn't play on stream, and we're going to start off here with Sega Saturn. I'm going to play some columns, actually, not just your normal columns here. This is, what is it, Hanagumi Tyson Columns, which is basically, it's Sakura Tyson had a columns game in Japan, and a sequel for the Dreamcast as well, which is actually currently being translated into English, which is kind of interesting. There is like a story mode and stuff like that that does have a lot of different Japanese language, but basically the gist of the game is they're putting on a production, I think, of Cinderella, because they're undercover agents in plain sight, basically. If you've never seen the show or played the first game, which is actually translated now for the Sega Saturn in full, download a translation patch or CD or whatever you want to do, actually own the games. But basically, they combat these mechs, like these big giant steampunk mechs, but they're undercover in public as a performance theater group. So they put on plays and have rehearsals and song, dance numbers, and so forth. And the object of the game is basically they're competing to see who gets to play the lead role. I think Sleeping Beauty. It's not Cinderella. I think it's Sleeping Beauty is what it is. So there's no weird creepy foot fetish thing going on. But we're gonna switch over to the Sega Saturn, hooked up via the wonderful RetroTink 2X. Let's get this fired up. So last time I streamed Sega Saturn, it looked like a little bit jumpy. So I'm wondering if it's doing that here now. I'm looking through the screen on OBS. I'm not seeing anything kind of like jumping or moving around. Let's see what we got here. Newer models have like everything mapped out, like this is what this button does and everything else, and I have like the first, it's such the third revision. So we have straight bypass. Yeah, 2X mode, which is line doubling. And then it should be smoothing. We'll try the 2x filler. So this is my pseudo Saturn plugged in right now into the cartridge slot, but I actually do own this game, so here we go. Come on in, Keiko. Come on, buddy. Good girl.
Hanagumi Tyson Columns!
There we go. It's interesting, is the game came out first before the animated series. And it's like mostly like a dating sim, and then like RPG in between. But this is all just straight up like puzzle game. That's all this is. There is like a very, very light story mode to it, but we're not getting like anywhere, like anything super deep into it at all, really. It's just like, hey, Sakura, you're kind of cool. Do you wanna play? You know, she's like, yeah, cool. It's like, I'd do this. And things happen. You gotta answer. It's like I said, the entire game, first game, is translated in English. All right, so I think this is. Here we go. So you have choice of characters. Maria is all I remember. I can never remember anybody else's names. Clarice, I think, is her name. And it's funny because, like, I've seen the show. I have the show. I played the game. I can just never remember who these people, like, what their names are. But everybody has, like, their own special attacks, and basically you play through and go through. Columns, if you're not familiar with it, is like a puzzle game. Match 3, you can stack them up. It does horizontal, vertical, and diagonal. So you want to stack up as much as you can, and then like unleash hell on your opponent, so to speak. Like, if you do a lot of, like, if you do a big combo or lots of different point drops there at once, you can actually like overwhelm the other side with garbage. But in this game, that can bite you in the butt real quick. Alright, I'm seeing interpolation. Let's turn on smoothing, see if that helps a little bit. So right here, it's kind of hard because like it keeps like getting it off the screen, but you have the option to unleash like a super attack. Basically, I can take what's on my screen and throw it onto the opponent's side and basically try to bury them in junk. And that's one way you can like basically try to win the match, because of course, just like Tetris, once it hits the very top, this game has like a little bit more room to it, but once you hit the top, then you win. So you could basically want to just like completely bury the other side. So you can either have the option of unleashing it on them, or you can hold it off and build it up for an even stronger attack. So you don't have to like unleash it as soon as you get the attack. You can just hold on and then carry it over, which I think is this one here. Nope, that was the wrong one. That was basically clears off stuff on my side. Oops. It's been a while since I played it, so. We'll hold on to it there. The top will use the attack. We'll get flooded here in a second. There we go. And that's why you want to stack. Notice I'm not very good, but it's fun though. I definitely enjoy playing this game from time to time. Known to take it off my shelf and throw it in my computer. Play it on an emulator at least. Too bad. Maybe it is Cinderella. Yeah, it's Cinderella, huh? Okay, I thought it was Sleeping Beauty, but I guess it is Cinderella. Like, too bad you can't play the role of Cinderella, basically. And whatever part, like, you're at, like, the loser has to play that part in the play, basically. So, it's a very threadbare story. Yeah, exactly. She's like, wait a minute. But she's saying, like, please hold. Like, hold on a moment. I had to adjust my screen. Pardon me. Ow. Oh, this is not good. Hit her back. Yep, I lost. Should have tried to absorb. See, what you can do, like, as a hold column strategy, is, like, just stack the sides and then, like, start moving up the sides there, and eventually, like, even if you don't move things around to plan, usually, like, as soon as you get a combo, they'll just all start to buckle. It's hilarious. Do my best.
La la la.
Yes, it is scary. I have a feeling it's gonna be the same, pretty much the same thing of dialogue, just like, too bad you don't get to play as Cinderella. Goldman, Iris, sorry Iris. Something about, I think, like, I'm serious now, or I'm getting serious. I really can't make out that word, but... Maria.
Sakura, 本気で来なさい。それじゃ始めますね。いつでもかかってらっしゃい。落ち着きますね。いつでもかかってらっしゃい。落ち着きますね。調子はどうです？頑張ります。落ち着きますね。応援お願いします。調子はどうです？いつでもかかってらっしゃい。応援お願いします。落ち着きますね。落ち着きますね。
Crap. I'm like, okay, like I'm stacking them like I can get them just right to like drop them at once. The game's like, no, wrong. You're not even getting that far. That will not be a thing that will happen. I'm grandmother. Or role, yeah, role of grandmother. Alright, let's try that again. Since I'm not being completely terrible or trash. I screwed that up. That was terrible. Can't lose. Yeah, my Japanese is getting really bad. I have not watched television in a long time, so it's getting super rusty. Something like if Maria's my opponent, or no, not even opponent, like if Maria's the other side or something like that, or against me, I can't lose. It's a kind of gist. I mean, I can understand spoken better than I can reading, because my reading is still terrible. And getting completely and totally worse, because I don't have time to practice anymore. And yes, language is something you have to practice. Sounds almost like music could have been like Third Strike. Oh, she's going from ahead already. Oh, it's gonna backfire against her spectacularly if I live through this. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm done for. I was counting on, like, okay, like, I was literally about to unleash, like, a combo, and the game's like, nope, we're gonna drop a junk piece in front of you. It's like, oh, crud, just block. And that can happen. And does happen. So it's kind of funny, because, like, I'm not really the best at this game. This is one of the few puzzle games that are based on color that I can actually see really well. So I enjoy playing it from time to time. Yeah, the computer is out for blood on this round. Holy crap. What's up, Poultry Fire? Oh, that was bad placement. There we go. Jeez. I'm trying to see if I can bury her first before it gets down on me. Reminds me of Tenchi and Toho Strobo. Tenchi and Toho Spell Bubble. Good lord, my brain just like totally shut down trying to read that. Should I pull up a YouTube? As the young people say, I'll pull up a YouTube and see what the young kids are playing these days. So it looks like a Puzzle Bobble, but like even more extreme. Yeah, except for me, like when my brain shuts down, it's like quite frequently. Alright, let's see. This is not good. I don't remember her being this, like, vicious, really. Not fast enough. What the hell? Jesus Christ, game. I remember, like, you have to beat her fast or she just, like, crushes you, and she's not messing around. There's a lot here I don't understand on this. I'm like, the other ones are kind of basic. What about a man or role of man? Maybe not interested. I don't know, like, maybe I wasn't interested in the role of being a man, because whoever like loses in this game, if you've never played before, they're paying to see. They're playing in columns against each other to see who gets to play Cinderella in the stage play. And whoever loses has to play that part for where they're at, so I guess they're the part of the king. And Sakura loses, so she has to play that part if I quit. We're not going to. We're going to keep rolling on for a little bit. Then we'll switch over to Super Mario All-Stars. So it starts out sounding like Third Strike music, I swear.
余裕ですよ。
Yeah, I'm done for. Again. Fuck, man. I said normally I can get past her. Just that tonight. Don't you try to pep talk me, you lady. Do you know who I am? More accurate question, do you care? God damn it. My brain just can't react fast enough. Not tonight, at least. Yeah, we dropped a shit ton of frames. What the fuck, Twitch? Come on. We're gonna drop 1,000 goddamn frames out of fucking nowhere. And we're gonna tell you everything's excellent, everything's fine. Go fuck yourself. You don't need to know that we had a 15-second drop on our server. Holy fuck. And they're back to basically not telling you about that their servers are shit again. Perfect. That's what I fucking need. Just dumb luck. Usually it goes like, if you can hit her with like a level 2 first off, usually it'll just take care of her, but wasn't having much luck earlier. Yatta! I did it! Yay! Like a gambate or yeah. Good luck. Did my best. Yeah, I still have terrible reading. I've been too tired to study and watch Japanese television. Too tired to even just sit on the couch and listen to Japanese to keep my brain going and learning more. So I'm like really super slipping. Sliding away. No excuses. Except for the ones that I make. That was the rejected Terminator 2 slogan. There's no excuses but the ones you make. We'll do it tomorrow. That was the day the Cyberdyne took over. Yeah. Oh god, she's charging for a level 3 already? I've just been sitting here like playing casually slowly, like I'm gonna plot everything out. Yeah, that was stupid. I'm going to be destroyed very shortly in a level 3 avalanche. Yeah, this is gonna be brutal. It won't even let me move over the pieces. It's just like, no, you have to come down the center. It was like the last one before I died, I was like jamming on the right side and like shifted over. It just like, nope. I don't know if you can like do it fast enough to even impact it. I'm not even sure if that's really a thing in this game. Actually, I even forgot to read the screen. Oops. Probably like one of the stepsisters or something. Wait, how did that... What? Watching the replay. I was not even... Okay, so it blocked my entire center. Yeah, because everything comes down the center, so the game decided to stack in the center more. I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't even at the top. And there was like one piece at the very center of the game's like, no, we're going to drop this here and stack it on purpose. Something I messed up, like I messed up, maybe? I don't know, I'm just guessing a lot of shit.
今度こそ負けませんから。それじゃ始めますね。ランドどうなさるおつもり？応援お願いします。参りますわよ。頑張ります。どうなさるおつもり？応援お願いします。参りますわよ。どうぞご覧あそばせ。応援お願いします。参りますわよ。どうなさるおつもり？やったーさあ参りますわよ。応援お願いします。どういうことですの？余裕ですよ。やったー放射方針余裕ですよ。でしたわ。いい気持ち。
Woman. Yeah, I finally got her. It's like, sorry, this role's not a good one. I'm just too tired. Just basically just taunting everybody like, ah, you suck. I'm going on. I'm gonna kiss my boyfriend.
私たちも舞台に出たいんです。
And now the boss fights. Excuse me. I was mentioning earlier that the Dreamcast sequel to this game is getting translated. Not officially, but just fan translators. What happened to my game audio? Game? Hello? I'm still here. Just very quiet. Just imagine like some really amazing soundtrack is playing right now. And we're just like, oh man, if only we could hear it, it would be amazing. We're just like left out in the cold. Because like now the audience needs to be silent, please. We need to concentrate. While some bozo on the internet plays this game like 30 years after it comes out. Not 30, but... Yeah, I have no idea why the audio just stopped. I'm like, yeah, this is like a legitimate disc. I actually own this game. It's like, I'm not sure what happened. Let's see if it comes back here. Nope. Alright, so let's try soft reset. No, this is not good. No audio whatsoever. Okay, so this is a cloner problem. Ooh. Okay. Okay, it's still saying... Checking the properties there. Yeah, properties are still good. This may crash OBS, but we're going to find out here. I'm going to switch to technical difficulties real quick. I'm going to try unplugging the cloner and plugging it plugging it back in, see if that helps fix it. This is the first time I've ever had problems with this card. It's very unusual. Not hot or anything. Okay. Weird. But it's a good place to stop here for this one anyway. For this, I'm going to switch over to the Super Nintendo real quick. So we're going to play some Super Mario All-Stars. We'll have some fun with that. Yeah, that was bizarre. I've never had that happen. In keeping with Twitch traditions of things that have never happened before on stream, that had never happened before on stream. Or elsewhere. But of course, so right as I I restarted my computer, I hit start streaming, and then my Windows Explorer crashed. So that's not a good sign. It's like, really? Just doing nothing, and Windows Explorer's like, we're gonna take a crap. Boom. Down it went. HD Retrovision cables over. Unplug the old Sega Saturn ones. I'm also looking at getting a brand new computer, like a straight off 100% pure gaming computer. It's gonna cost me about, for what I'm looking to spend before taxes, close to about $2,700, around $3,000 after taxes. But we're talking full-blown gaming rig here. We're talking a really good GPU. I have a 2070, but they're like, oh, you got to buy one of ours, maybe a 3070 instead. It's like, well, rather not have you add that in, because I'm just gonna have somebody make it for me. NZXT. Have them do it instead of me just buying all the parts and trying to put it together, which is a pain in the butt. I do that at work anyway. I'll have somebody else professionally build and install this liquid cool system for me. I mean, we're talking Intel, was it the i9 10000s? You know, the 10 core 3.7 gigahertz that you can legitimately overclock OC up to 5.3 gigahertz. Two M2 drives in there, 2 terabytes each. 64 gigs of RAM. It's just monstering this thing out. All right, let's see how this looks. Great sign. Okay, why is this not working? Don't tell me my nice, wonderful, expensive HD Retrovision cables are not working for the Super Nintendo all of a sudden. You hear me plugging them, unplug them in, like plug them in, unplug them. Hear that. Okay, that's not working. Let's do an experiment here. Okay, so Chrono Trigger works. I guess it's my Super Nintendo. I'm gonna have to definitely investigate this further. Like, why is it messing up on me? By the way, this cart's getting really expensive to own. Alright. So we know the system works. We know the cables work. It likes Chrono Trigger to start. Alright, All Stars again, see what happens. Yeah, it's not reading, so I'm going to clean it here. What we'll do in the meantime... Yeah, I can hear it's not like seating correctly into the Super Nintendo. Alright, we'll let this run. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to clean the Mario All-Stars cart. Be right back. Alright, here we go. So, let's turn that off. Headset's back on. Game was dirty. Is like I have like 91% rubbing alcohol, and Q-tipped it. By the way, if anyone says brass or Windex, they're not your friend. Punch them in the junk, yell no babies for you, and run away. Never talk to them ever again. They do not have your best interests in heart. But yeah, rubbing alcohol, Q-tip right across the connectors takes care of it. Yeah, it's hard to find here in the States 100% ever since COVID hit. Come on, game. And also here, it sounds like a little loose. I have screwdrivers to open this up, but it's like that's going to take some time to do. Yeah, I do that. It's called making vodka. Ethanol is a byproduct of making vodka and lots of other wonderful alcohols. Alright, so just give me a second here. There's only 2 screws on a Super Nintendo cart. I'm popping up and take a look, because I can hear it like rattling, which it should not be doing on a Super Nintendo cart. Like, what is going on inside the case here? Board looks fine. Battery still looks fine. I'm not seeing any blown or swollen capacitors on the board. Pins are, yeah, they're pretty dirty. I'm gonna have to deep clean this here. So we're gonna have to go to, ooh, wow, holy crap. I bought this one off of eBay because my original one that I had many years ago I sold off. So I bought this on eBay. It's been about 6 or 7 years since I last played it. I remember having to clean it when I first got it, but this is like cracking open outside of like the cart case and taking a look at the connectors is like, you can see like a visible darkening line there. So this is going to take a little bit more to clean. So we're going to move on to plan B. There's always a plan B when I stream. Give me a second to pop this back on. So no Mario All-Stars, sadly. So I decided tonight on a whim, like, I'm going to do some Super Nintendo streaming. I was at a Carmen's place today getting some eggs, duck eggs, from her lovely ducks, the farm she has. And letting her son borrow Gundam Wing, Endless Duel. Great game. Good fighting game. You Ducker Z. Haha. Yeah. But no, duck eggs are wonderful. I made a carbonara tonight with them. Delicious. Alright, so set this one aside. I need to clean this bad boy out. Did, however, buy this game. I wonder if this works without cleaning. We'll give it a try. Yeah, my Super Nintendo's like having problems on top of it. This is not good. What in the world? Come on. Yeah, so this is like the only game to ever give me motion sickness. And this game is terrible. 100% absolutely. I do not get motion sickness, but this game will do it to me. Now, I also like to point out every single time I play or see this game that this game is like 100% stolen music. Let's see, fire, jump. There we go. Yes, if you ever played Ys 3, Searing Struggle is this soundtrack. Literally, it's this song completely ripped off. People are like, wow, this song's amazing. Like, yeah, I remember hearing it like 6 years before it came out. So anybody thinking like, okay, well, one, the song's a banger, it really is. Two, if you've never seen this game before, what's so bad about it? How do you screw up parallax scrolling? Yeah, so this game was like literally like at my rip-off game store for like $6, I think it was. So I picked it up. I'm like, this game makes me motion sick. I'm gonna pick it up anyway, just for the hell of it. I'm gonna have it in my collection just for fun. And now I'm playing it for you lovely people of the internet to watch me hurl. Is this a game or an eye chart? Oh my god, this is like a motion sickness tester. Now, apparently it's supposed to come with, like, stereoscopic, like, or, what was it, anaglyph, 3D glasses, red and green. I'm colorblind, so it's never worked for me anyway. But apparently it's a mode you can turn on in this game. I don't know how you do it, but... Oh yeah, but hold on to your seatbelts. Oh god. Yes, apparently Jim has never had a bath or a shower. It's like the Wicked Witch. He's like the Wicked Witch of Wizard of Oz. Which explains why she was green. I mean, if you can't bathe, you're gonna be smelling green too, so... understandable. It's like, should I really continue though? Yeah, I'm not sure what they were going for here, but this is just wrong on so many levels. And remember, if you get past this level, it's also like the game turns into a top-down, like, maze shooter. This game is just like impossible. Yet I'm sure there's like somebody who speedruns this for fun and thinks it's the best game ever made. And to those people I say, you're wrong, you can do better in your life. There is hope, don't give up. Yeah, why stop at one system? Because I know it was ported to Amiga, or at least Amiga might have been the start of this. It wouldn't surprise me if it was like the lead platform. They ported this to Super Nintendo later. I don't think it had the crazy parallax going on right now. Some small little man throwing crap out of a window repeatedly. What's your job here, Bob, in the village? Well, I just throw shit out of a door. Trust me, one day it's gonna make sense. You'll understand exactly why I do this. My children will be proud one day. Also, I didn't say here earlier, Ryan, what's up, buddy? Good to see ya. Those things like, I read what you said, but didn't acknowledge you. I was rude. My apologies. Why have a time? Well, that was unexpected. For Amiga, you can only find Mutant Planet. It wouldn't surprise me, but yeah, so enough of that. Like I said, when I've heard this before, I literally have. Let me know if this sounds like a little bit familiar at all. It's not a resemblance. It is the exact same song with, like, the Super Nintendo version only changed one or two different notes. This came out in 1988, I think it was? We're talking, like, years before Jim Powers. Yes, exactly. And someone said, like, it resembles, or, no, it was inspired. Yuzo Koshiro's not a hack fraud who rips off people and got famous for just stealing music. No, you just don't get him. You just hate Sega. That's the reason why. Hold your fire. It's just, I think you need to come to terms with that. You hate Sega. Streets of Rage 2 is the best thing ever. Yuzo Koshiro is not a shitty music thief with zero talent, and when he's forced to compose his own music, it's garbage. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. But enough of that. But yeah, it's like, literally, it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna steal this song and copy it for something better. Alright, enough Jim Powers, I know that works. I picked up the other day for, like, literally it's $4. And worth every penny. Alright, let's see what else we got. Reach for my Super Famicom games. Yoshi's Island, no. Super Donkey Kong, that's what they call Donkey Kong Country in Japanese version, which I think is kind of cool. Magic Sword, ooh, Magic Sword's fun. It's a great arcade game. The Super Famicom, Super Nintendo ports, however, are not that good. They are just plagued by slowdown. I really need to organize these carts better. Yes, it's not thank you, it's Where in the world is it? Okay, Rockman 7. That's a good one. I do enjoy Rockman 7. It's one of the reasons I got into like Super Famicom collecting was that at the time, games, they still are kind of cheap, but COVID's making it a little more expensive to ship from Japan. But you can get some really great games that are super expensive in like the Western market. Like even like European, North American markets are super expensive. Like Mega Man X3, you can buy it for like $20 because they just had so many cranked out in Japan. It wasn't like a limited run thing. I'm looking for one game and it's probably on the very bottom for some reason. I don't know why, because it's one of my favorite games. Ooh, yeah. Here it is. Cool, I found it. I also have, yeah, so Magic Sword's kind of expensive for American versions, to getting up there. King of Dragons, North American version of the game. That is ridiculously expensive. I own the Super Famicom version. It's pretty much exactly the same. The game is, I think the only thing that's like in Japanese is the level names telling you. That's it. The rest of it's all full English. It's crazy. We're going to play this lovely game that I'm going to get destroyed at. And I've beaten it before. Do enjoy it, however. It's extremely late Super Nintendo release in Japan. Did get ported to a Game Boy Advance. It is a terrible port because they said, oh, instead of shrinking down the sprites, we'll keep them the same size and just have them be on the super small screen so you get hit by everything, you'll never see it coming. Cue Persona 5 music. Will it boot on first try? Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I gotta work on fixing my Super Nintendo next. Come on. I wonder if this needs to be cleaned too. It's getting that far at least. There we go. Yeah, I gotta check out and see what's wrong with my Super Nintendo. Rockman and Forte. Mega Man and Bass is what they call them. They ported over to the Game Boy Advance. You can download a translated patch of this. I own the cart. It is really hard. But it's really cool, though, in that it does share a lot of assets from Mega Man 8, which was in production at the time. And so the story goes is like, well, I wanted to have like an easier version for Mega Man. Like, if you can't afford the new like Sega Saturn and PlayStation versions of the game here, you can play this one. You know, your little brother or sister can play this on their Super Famicom. And the game is like crushingly hard. I don't know how I managed to find 96 CDs. I thought I had all 100. Apparently I'm missing 4. So at one point in my life, I did dedicate myself to going through and getting almost all of these. Cutman. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I thought I had all 100, and I was like, I fired it up a couple months ago. I'm like, oh, I'm missing 4. I'm a fraud. Can't remember what my save games are. Doesn't matter. We're gonna pick a new game anyway. Never play as Mega Man. Mega Man, this game is ridiculously hard, but you need to play them anyway to get the CDs. But I'll play as Forte or Bass. I always like interchange the two of them. It's got some banging music. It's got some really cool, like I said, it's basically assets from, you know, Mega Man 8 are in here. Let me make sure I have this correct. Yeah, we're not losing anything. Okay, cool. I think we're still centered to screen. Yeah, we're good. Looks like, let's see. I'll redo it here just to make sure it's there. Center to screen. Pull this up. That way. There we go. Okay. I think we're good now. So what I would love to see, because I don't have the ability to do this or the skills, is somebody make a demake of Mega Man 8 for Super Nintendo. I think that'd be really cool. I mean, you have most of the art assets here. You actually have like 3 of the bosses from the game are here. It's not going to be a perfect 1-1 port. Things will have to be changed, but I think you could probably do it. Okay, full pixels. Do the line doubling. Get a nice little sharp look. So what makes it cool if you've never seen or played this game is you have the ability to double jump, the ability to dash, shoot multiple directions, but of course your weapon's very weak. So that is the downside here to playing as this character. For whatever reason, also you cannot change. I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't change your button layout. It's really bizarre. Every single Mega Man game will let you do that, but you can't do it here. Or make sure you have all those weapon pickups, you know, for the weapons you don't have yet. The task force is a lot of fun. I've seen a couple different ones, like all 100 CDs. It can get pretty wild. Even like just the normal like speedruns of this game get pretty crazy. I know the task videos actually just put out they did like an upscale of the old one they had from like 2011, I think it was, and they've remastered it to, I want to say 4K, which is funny because it's a 240p game. So think of that as what you will. I remember finding this game around, I want to say 2000, yeah, 2004, 2003, 2004. I was like, how did I never hear about this game whatsoever? Which was like a lot of fun of like the early emulation days. It's just finding out about like games you've never heard of or were released in your area. I'm like, there was a Mega Man game we never got, excuse me? And I was working at AOL, America Online. And one of my coworkers was like a huge Mega Man fan, and of course emulators were still a thing there. They still are now, but they're not as good as they were. We're still rocking like SNES is the best one. I was like, dude, have you heard of Rockman and Forte? He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's a Mega Man game that came out in Japan only for the Super Nintendo. He's like, what? So I put it onto had to burn it onto like a CD. This is actually a pretty decent file size for a Super Nintendo cart. And gave it to him. He's like, oh my god, this game is fun, but it's so hard. I'm like, yes, it is. Heard someone say that this first boss is ridiculously hard. When you're playing as Forte. Like I said, keep in mind, I keep calling Forte and Base, I keep going back and forth between the two. It's not intentional, it's just my brain's doing it just like on its own because I've played translation of this and other stuff, but But yeah, it's like, how is this hard? You basically stand in one spot and just keep firing up diagonal. You're done. Like, how you was it like Dean Takahashi playing here? The game was ridiculously hard. I don't think it was fair. To be honest, though, I didn't know how to get past the start screen. It seemed very complicated. It didn't tell me how to get past it, which is, it's definitely developers' fault if we're not telling me how to get past the start screen. Yeah, this game's terrible. King. What's Wily's plan? Why do you do this? Why do you do the things you do? Yeah, but basically, Bluesman, I forgot what he's called in the North American version. He basically just goes out like a punk in this game. It's ridiculous. Proto Man, that's what he's... Yeah, he's called Proto Man in the West. But yeah, Bluesman is what he's called. Japanese version. He just goes out like a punk. He's like, I'm just gonna get cut in half by this guy. I used to be able to go toe to toe with my brother. Now I'm just gonna die. Oops. So very hard. It's actually harder. This game is really hard if you play as Mega Man. How this guy couldn't get figured out to do that with my character is beyond me. If you have a shop, you can buy things with your points. You can buy extra lives. Hit the spikes and you won't die. This is a really big one. This is like lets you exit the level you've been to already before. It's kind of mean that the game makes you buy this, but if you keep playing through at least like, I think 2 or 3 of the levels, you pretty much have enough money to buy everything you need for the rest of the game just about. No, stop it. Astro Man, my bad. Yeah, he was also in Mega Man 8. Which I have for my Japanese Sega Saturn, which makes me sad because the American version, the English dub, is so much funnier in that game. It really is. So because I own a pseudo Saturn, I made sure to burn a copy of it. It's like, I have to have that version of the game. There used to be a CD up here. And here, if you really want to, you can actually like farm for money. Money! Yeah, so default A is your dash button, and I'm not used to that. Hold on, Twitch is dropping frames. Hang tight. Okay, it looks like they've leveled it out. So Twitch servers are crapping out again. It's not my end here. I'm just waiting for it to pop up and say, hey, we've had an issue. Here we go. Your stream. Yeah, our stream software appears to be experiencing some networking and coding issues. Please let us know especially what issue you were having. Broadcast settings are the same. Suddenly videos showing more unstable events. Broadcast drops streams and yeah, broadcaster software says stream is okay. That's exactly what's happening. Kablam. So it's green, but it's like I have like green everything, and it's like nope, you're dropping frames like you're crazy. It's like okay. The hardest of puzzles. Yeah, there's an audio delay. Hold on. Okay, let's just try straight through. Instead of doing like upscale, we'll try straight off instead of doing bypass. I'll let Mike know that, because he's been like working on his 5X and stuff, and I was like, he had a question the other day. He's like, is it the 2X model still having like audio delays for certain consoles? And apparently, yes, after a while it can. If you're doing the 2x scaling, I just have like straight off pass through right now, so this is like 240p signal. Yeah! Ah, I hate this one. Don't worry, I promise I won't learn. Die! Yeah. It does this early. I always hate like block puzzles like this. It's like, why do you do this? Who in like the development crew is like, this is great. Trust me, people love these things. That's the one. So you can't tell by my amazingly subpar play, but I've actually, like I said, I've beaten this game before. Middle. Really? What do I do? Now, if you've never seen the task of this, that's quite funny. Speedruns can do it now too, but you can, like, there's zips all over the place in this game. Okay, so now I remember which one we're supposed to go to is, I need to go to, like, the, cold guy first. Oh no, how'd that happen? But I gotta say, I miss this old Capcom intro. When it plays right, not garbling the audio. What do I have for my save files? Okay, so apparently Mega Man, I maxed out everything here. I was making a smartass on this stage. That one too. Must have copied it or something. Cold man. It's like, I have the sniffles. It's highly contagious. Shouldn't be around me in COVID era. Where's your mask? Yeah, last I looked, this game was, like, by itself, just the cart, which is what I own. I don't have the complete in box, sadly, because that was just way too expensive. I think this cart by itself now is, like, still $100 or so. It's been a while since I looked up the price for it, just out of curiosity. I mean, it's a fantastic game. It's, like I said, it's very hard, but it's fun to play for sure. Looks great. It was like the very late in Super Nintendo games were pretty impressive. Like, you have games like Star Ocean. I have no idea what file, like, card size those things were. They were monsters. Star Ocean, Tales of Fantasia, which I have. This. They were like almost borderline PlayStation level graphics. Not quite 100% there, but I mean, like, they were getting pretty close. Especially like games like Tales of Fantasia and Star Ocean. You could probably pass those off easily for PlayStation, with the exception of, like, the sound. Sounds a little bit muffled for the voice files, but you could do it. I mean, even games like Tales of Fantasia actually got PlayStation ports. Are you not dying, sir? Thank you. I remember... Oh, that's right. Okay, I was thinking, like, wait a minute. I remember swimming and floating. That was Mega Man 7. In 8, you could swim. 7 in the water, you would float. For certain levels. Not in this game. No, you sink to the bottom. You pull a Fountains of Wayne. Which I still, to this day... say Sink to the Bottom should have been the theme song to Titanic. You can't change my mind on this. His butt is impervious. I just also love the little detail. He's like, okay, he's hurt, he's about to die, he's gonna hold his arm. And I screwed that up amazingly, which I'm not surprised. Right before the boss, perfect. I can do this without dying, I'm sure. There's also an item in this game where it's kind of like the unlabored flawlessness from Ninja Gaiden, where the lower the health you have, the more damage you can do. So you can wreck bosses pretty quickly, but of course you have to be like within one hit of dying just about to use it. Not really advised for my skill level. Also, this is kind of fun. They actually, like, he times the shots of his gun to, like, the beats of the music. Get off me! Thank you. No, sir. Do not want. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh well. Ah, jeez. Back is killing me. There is one more game I want to try before we go, though, tonight. It's a game I actually just bought today. Should be good. It's like, why are you waking me up? Explain yourself, stupid human. Alright, so... see if I can get this to work on my slowly breaking down Super Nintendo. Come on. Nope. All right, let's try this then. What? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's not even working there. Shit. Yeah, this is gonna be really worried. I gotta pull apart my Super Nintendo and check like capacitors and everything. Come on, you can do it. And let's see. Bringing out. This isn't good. What is eating up your resources? Oh good, OBS is about to crash.